Namaste, gods, goddesses, and the mysteries of light. This is Dr. Shreya Tajen, also known as Empress 1111. Today, I have a special guest, which is my son, who is also a divine masculine, and he is going to be helping me interpret my new deck that I picked up today. It's a mini tarot deck called the Dark Tarot, and I wanted to do something different. I wanted to change it up, so he's going to be helping me to interpret, to give his own interpretation of what these cards mean, and I'll give my interpretation, and then we'll give the book interpretation. And I'm just excited to have him here with me. We do this all the time, but it's just like the first time that we've ever done this publicly. And this is the first time that I've actually shown a picture of Mahalakshmi. That is my deity, okay? And I usually keep her hidden because, it's sacred, but at this moment, she wanted to be seen, so I have to honor the mother, okay? She's the divine mother. She's been helping me with my ascension process, this twin flame journey. Mahalakshmi is a twin flame herself. And let's go ahead and get right into it, you guys. I call in air, fire, water, earth, spirit, and ether. And I also call upon the highest of the highest of the highest, which is Yadhe Vahe, to be able to give me the information that is necessary in all directions in time and space. And so it is, everyone. All right. If you are new, welcome. Click like, subscribe, and do not forget to hit the notification bell so you can be updated on my latest and current videos. All right. So, first of all, the top half, you guys, are the divine masculines, and the bottom half is the divine feminine. And we had just laid the cards out. We have not went over what each card meant. Like, we're doing this fresh with you guys. I thought it would be fun to do it together. So let's go ahead and get started. So crown on the reading for the divine masculines is the Eight of Cups. Well, I do apologize. It's called Chalices in this deck. And you know the reason why I like to read from some tarot decks when I first get them? Because I like to see what the author interprets. Because every tarot deck has like a different interpretation. Mm-hmm. And that's the reason why I like to personally use different tarot decks. As you can see, I have over 50, almost 60 tarot decks over here, okay? And it's okay because I use them quite frequently because I do readings almost every day. And you'll be amazed. I almost literally use every deck every single day, just depending on my client and what I feel led to use based off of their energy and tapping into their aura. But with the Eight of Chalices, it says thoughts and emotions can fill the sky. What is your interpretation of that, Dario?
Thoughts and emotions
can fill the sky. What does that mean?
Your change of thoughts. Like, just your thoughts in general are powerful.
Okay.
And they involve a lot of the emotions, and your thoughts of things can change any situation.
So Dario said that your thoughts can change any situation. And I would have to say I'm in agreement with him that if your thoughts can fill the sky, not only can they fill the sky, but they can impress on the field and they can go out into the ethers and they can become things. So thoughts do become things. And then we periodically, on a daily basis, we have over 24 trillion thoughts a day that processes through our mind. So next we have the 10 of Wands. And the 10 of Wands is the dreams are heavy and do not know how to fly. How would you interpret that?
Dreams are heavy.
And they do not know how to fly.
They do not know how to fly.
Why are you thinking? Let me give my interpretation and then you can come and tell me what you can chime in at any time, okay? Yes. But don't feel pressure that you have to interpret every single one, okay? Just let me know this is what we're going to do from now on. Yeah, let's go with the flow. Yeah. I'll interpret it and then you give your interpretation if you have one. Okay. And if you don't have an interpretation, just say I don't have one for right now.
All right.
Okay?
Yes.
All right. What I feel about this, the dreams are heavy and do not know how to fly. You have to give your dreams wings to fly. Like, you can't be just dreaming about the divine feminine all day long and not do the work towards, making it all come together.
Yes.
It's a culmination of thoughts. That's a good thing. But if you're not putting those thoughts into actions, it's like what Jesus said in the Bible, that faith without works is what? Dead. So if you're not putting into action what you're thinking about, you're not going to bring about your reality. That's what I get from it. I love this so far. This is different. This is cool. This is new. I like to do new stuff. I like to do something different. So
we were just talking about this. Like, you could sit around thinking about it all day.
Yeah.
You could dream about it, but if you don't apply any action, you'll get nowhere.
Exactly. All right. So the next one is 7 of chalices. I got to get used to the chalices instead of saying cups.
Yeah.
Okay. So for the 7 of chalices, it reads, in the realm of imagination between dreams and delusions. So what I'm getting from this is that with the 7 of cups, that the divine masculine has so many different offers that it's kind of hard now to decipher what's real from counterfeit.
Yes.
And so in this world of delusion, these cups, they may appear, and this is only based off of my own insight of knowing tarot. Right. That's why I'm kind of like pulling this out from the ethers as well, and just based off of my own knowledge is that, he's had many faulty cups, but I believe he's pulling away from that because you have the Queen of Wands right next to it. And the Queen of Wands, she's very determined. She knows exactly what she wants. But let's see what the interpretation says from this book.
Okay. Be like, delusion causes confusion.
Yes, you hear what he said? He said delusion causes confusion. That is so true. Now, this is coming from a divine masculine, you guys. Yeah. So, all right. Let's see. In the palace where all of the desires have already been fulfilled. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Divine masculines. What this is saying is that some of you are already at that place where you have sold your wild or your royal oats. And I like to say wild oats. Yeah. But anywho, you've already been there. You've done that. You've slept around. You're looking for something more solid, something more concrete. And that's why you have next to you the 7 of chalices, right? Is that chalices? No, that's 7 of pentacles. I'm getting used to this. I'm getting there. It's new. Yeah. Being part of the world. Ooh. It kind of reminds me of the prodigal son. You then ran away from home. You then wandered. You then been out there. You then, been tied up with the wrong crowd. And you were so concerned and worried about what people thought in 3D. You were connected with the world, with the karmics, with, living the life that your family wanted you to live instead of living the life that is really true and near and dear to your own heart. Yes. You've been living for everyone else. You've been a people pleaser and not a God pleaser. That's what I get. What's your interpretation? Do you have one yet?
I feel like you should do, I'm getting that you should do what you desire instead of what other people desire for you. Because, you leading yourself into the crowd with everybody else trying to fit in, especially if it's family, mm-hmm. Those are the people you expect to be willing to do what you want to do, and you expect support. Mm-hmm. And a lot of other people there's different sides. There's always 2 sides. Uh-huh. There's your side and there's their side, and they're seeing something. There's something that you see in yourself that they're not seeing, mm-hmm. And when you see yourself as greatness, and then they see something totally opposite. But despite that, I feel like you should do what you want to do, because if you don't, it makes the soul sick, and then it starts showing up physically.
Yeah, that's true. And I feel
like you should do what builds your soul up, mm-hmm. even if your family is against you or not.
Right.
But we all, that's just my
your interpretation.
Yeah, that's just what I think. That's my point.
Oh, wow. That's a good point. You pulled all that out of that card. Are you even looking at these cards?
No, I didn't even. I just felt the energy.
Wow.
It feels good.
Oh my God. That's great. That's a great interpretation. Okay. You're welcome. Let's go ahead and go to, it looks like this is the Knave of Pentacles. Okay.
Yes.
We're still in the Pentacles. We haven't gotten away yet. Is it the Knave or is that, yeah, or is it the Knight? I'm trying to get, it's the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, not the Knave of Pentacles. Okay, so it's tenacity. She will stand against the darkness. Obstacles die by her hands. If not today, then tomorrow. Ooh. What doesn't kill you, divine masculines, will only make you stronger. Mm-hmm. But if you do not step out and take a leap of faith, you're never going to get to where you're going. Especially if you're trying to people please, trying to make everybody else around you besides yourself. Right. What I'm gaining from this card is that life is too short to be trying to please everybody but your damn self. Okay, it's time for you to please yourself. And by the way, my son is grown. This is not a teenager. This is an adult. So for some of you that may be, grammar Nazis out there, I'm not going to curse in front of children, not in front of my children. But anyhow, he's grown. Yeah. And what I'm getting from this is that there are so many divine masculines collectively that are living lives that are not their lives. They're living their family lives. Their families are living vicariously through them, and they are impressing it upon the minds that they're supporting them when really they're not. They're controlling them. That's the facade of it all. Yeah, that's the facade of it all. Just like with my son that is grown here now. I always tell him, we've always talked about like his life decisions. And what have I always told you? I don't have to agree with you. Yeah, do what makes you happy. I have always told him, do what makes you happy. Even if it doesn't make me happy, if it makes you happy, do it. That's all that matters. But it's not going to exempt me from my opinion. I give my opinion, but I allow for him as his divinity and autonomy and his sovereignty to choose for himself, because we as parents, we can only give them information. It's up to them how they decide to process it. It's your journey. It's his personal journey. It's not mine. So as a parent, it is my job to instill what I need to instill in him, but for him ultimately to make his own decisions in life. All right, so let's go ahead. I think we didn't talk about that enough. So let's go ahead and move on to the divine feminines. The divine. I don't know what the hell has been going on with me today, but I've been twisting my words. I've been having word bloopers. That's kind of a tongue twister, though. It is. It is. Thank you. Thank you for sympathizing with me here. But crowning your reading, divine feminines, you have the Queen of Swords. Okay. Let's go to where the swords are. All right. Okay, it says the power of intellect destroying the demons of the mind. Ooh. Oh, yeah, the mind is powerful. The mind is a powerful thing. Yes. And with it, you can overturn the darkness that's around your union and the energy that is around your union with the power of your mind. The Apostle Paul says, with the force that is actuating your mind, be transformed. You can transform this union by using the power of your mind, divine feminines. That is deep. I love it. You know what, you guys? This is so powerful. This is like an energetic reading by far. Even Dario told me, he even told you, from just sitting at my bed, not even being over here looking at the cards. You can come over here and look at the cards, though. He gave interpretations based off of the energy and what it felt like. He wasn't even looking at it. Maybe that also helped you. Cards. They are. The next card is Four of Swords. Okay. Look like she's staying in the swords. He stayed in the wands. She stayed in the swords. She got 1 cup and she got 2 major arcana cards. Mm-hmm. Okay. He had no arcana cards. Okay. Right. So I'm just showing these out. I'm just showing these to him as I'm reading to you guys. Okay. For the 4 of Swords, loneliness, plain and simple. Mm-hmm. This card represents loneliness. The divine feminine is feeling very lonely without her divine masculine. This is the energy that she's feeling, not realizing that she is her own company. Right. You don't ever have to feel lonely. I don't ever feel lonely. Ask my son. He is right here. I'm not lying. I sleep with my door not only locked, but shut in the pitch dark. Am I lying? No. Late at night. And sometimes I have my candles burning, you know, right. If I'm doing rituals or if I'm doing work for a client, or if I'm like today, I have honor for San Miguel, which is Michael the Archangel. I have both of his candles lit, and I'll probably go to sleep with these candles burning, probably turn these off because these are for you guys, okay? So, yeah, I normally sleep in the dark, and I love it.
Yeah, the energy is so frequent in here, it'll keep you up sometimes. Like, just like people that are not used to energy. Like,
oh, the energy in my room?
Yeah. Last time I was sleeping on that side of the bed, and I was just up. I had a lot of energy.
Yeah, I remember my the guy that we rent this house out from, who's filthy rich, and this is one of his first homes that he built, which is pretty big too. Yeah. He came in my room. He was like, "How do you sleep in here?" He was like, "You have all these deities in here." He said, "It's so powerful." He said, "It feels like I'm in the Hindu temple." We all go to the Hindu temple. Yeah. And he was like, "I just don't know how you sleep in here. I'm used to their energies because I realized that the deities and myself, we're not separate. Mm-hmm. Okay? I embody them and they embody me. They are me. They fashioned my chakra system. They put me together. These are my divine parents. They look after me. So I have no problem. The only person that cannot be in this room with me is Yadhe Vahe. He got a whole altar to himself out in my what do you call it? The foyer? Yeah. But it's not really a foyer because it's like a living room, because it's humongous. It's big. So I dedicated that whole room to him because I can't sleep with him in here. But every other deity I can. All right. So you don't have to be lonely. You're always around those that love you, whether it be in the physical realm or the spiritual realm. Yeah. All right. Next, this is the 10 of Cups. Whoop, give me that. Of course, we know that the 10 of Cups is quite normally the wish fulfillment card. Mm-hmm. But let's see what it says here, because the 10 of Chalices is something completely different, I'm sure. It's on the next page. Looking at the bright future. Okay. Well, wish fulfillment, looking at the bright future. Staying ahead, okay. Staying ahead, yeah. And as you can see, it looks like her divine masculine is over here to the side. And she's like taking a pause, like, I got my man. I got him. Right. You go, girl. Yeah, it's an accomplishment. So the way that I'm looking at it is that the divine feminines are like, I got my man. You know, you don't really have to physically have him there in order for him to be felt and to be near. And that's where some of you divine feminines are. This is a, general reading, and it's a collective reading. But collectively, I feel like you guys are like, I already got him. I already know he's coming back. You know, you guys are getting those telepathic messages and all that stuff. So you're like, I'm good. But it looks like you have the Death card here. And for some of you, you're going through the dark night of the soul. Okay. What does the Death card say here? It says, this represents the daughter of the night, which is the dark night of the soul again. That's pretty self-explanatory. Yep. All right. And then we have, this looks like the Judgment card. I gotta get confirmation. Yes, that is the Judgment card. Wow. The quiet after the storm. So if you were to interpret, what does the quiet after the storm mean?
I feel like it's like after a situation, you just take your time to let it sink in, and then you just mesmerize everything and learn from it instead of doing the most. Just sit back and then, what's the word? I was gonna say admire, but there's a word for it.
You can admire.
Admire everything, yeah.
Yeah, you can admire everything. I get the quiet after the storm. I feel like the divine feminines are starting to come to this place of peace. For those that are active on this reading, you're finally coming to this place of peace after all the chaos, after all the ups and downs and the emotional roller coasters. Yes, you know,
I love
you finally, you finally came to this place of awareness, and you are in that place of awareness. And the divine masculines, they're coming to that place of awareness too. There was a divine masculine that reached out to me today. They're always reaching out to me. Yeah, I realize that too. But it really kind of flattered me in a sense that the divine masculine is in the divine feminine shoes at this moment. He's waiting for his divine feminine to get out of a karmic situation. See, we're always, saying, oh, it's the divine masculine. He's attached to the karmics. So are the divine feminines. Some of the divine feminines are attached to the karmics. Yeah. And the divine masculines are waiting on them. So this needed to be said in this reading. This needed to come out. That it's not just the divine feminines that are waiting on the divine counterpart. It is the divine masculines too who have had divine feminines who have stayed attached to the world, 3D, and they're not waking up. And so, again, we see that the energy overall for the divine feminines at this point, they're coming out of that storm and they're starting to appreciate the calm and the peace that they're having with this new profound awareness. Right. All right. And the last card of the deck for you will be the Two of Swords. I know my own interpretation on that one, but let's see what the book says. The equilibrium of mental forces. I'm sorry. I'm so bad. All right. I'm going to say my interpretation. When I see the Two of Swords, I'm seeing a decision between two people. Yeah. Could be more than one. Could be more than two. I mean. Some of the divine feminines are like trying to make up their mind if they want to be with their divine masculine still, or if they want to entertain this new higher level soulmate. Okay. I have no reason to lie, but I have been so fucking overwhelmed in the last week with men coming up, trying to talk to me, calling me, texting me, video chatting me. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I don't know I had to call my divine sister and say, what did I do? All I did was just stop talking to my divine masculine, and all of a sudden they came out the woodworks, coming knocking on my door. So many pools. 4:00 in the morning. I know. Knocking on my damn door. I'm like, what the hell? Are you okay? Can I help you? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like shit is getting real around here. Yeah. Seriously. I mean, it's like I am truly in the vibration of love. I love myself so much that it's like putting out a ray of light into the cosmos and everybody is coming my way. Yes. And it's like, whoa, Nelly. Whoa. I mean, I have seen some interesting things within this last week. Okay. But again, divine feminines are now coming to this place where we have plenty of options. Oh, yeah. So many that we don't even know what to do with ourselves. Okay. So hang in there, everyone. This was a great reading. I had fun doing this reading. This was more for fun. I'm not going to say it's for entertainment. Hell no. Right. I won't go that far. This is more for educational purposes, like I said, because this is very real. This is real, raw energy from the divine masculine at the top. Real, sure, raw energy and what the hell is really going on for the divine feminines right now. They got options. Yeah. All I gotta say is the sister got options. Okay. While you stuck on stupid and paused on dumb, some of you divine masculines. Okay, not the divine masculines, because see, that includes you too. Masculines. Yeah. Why are you stuck on stupid and paused on dumb? Yeah. She done moved on. She done found someone else. It reminds me of Baby Girl, what's your name? T-Pain. That's a classic. Can I buy you a drink? Oh my God. So anyway, thank you guys for chiming in and having fun with us. It has been brought to you from yours truly and with my son, Dario. Thank you so much, Dario, for your contribution to making this happen. Oh my God, yes. It is a good karma to like, share, comment, subscribe, and leave a love donation if you feel inclined to. You can also purchase a gift from my gift registry and it will show up on the channel. I now wrap you in my love and I cloak you with the light of Christ consciousness. And so it is, everyone. Bye. Namaste. Love you guys.